Ravindra Jadeja is not what he used to be. Dhoni is not what he used to be. Ashwin, you can't expect him to perform with the bat now. If there is even a single chink in the armor, the team's opposites are so good that they are destroying you for that.
The captaincy pressure, confrontation with the owner after every match. I think all those things are playing in his mind very heavily.
There's a lot of power that's missing in the lower middle order.
Yes.
The top three are bailing them out time and time again.
He's a special talent for Indian T20 squad as well.
KL Rahul looks like in a serious form right now.
This is my land and I own it. It really pleases me as a cricket fan.
Yeah.
He just smashes 7, 8 sixes. Just it's like a walk in the park. It's a child's play for him, and that's the beauty of his cricket.
He's a wild card at the top. He can hit, he can miss.
तो क्या लग रहा है? धोनी कोहली तो सिर्फ नेम है। करेक्ट। चलो फिर गेम दिखाते हैं।
After another grueling and exciting week of IPL, and what a week it has been, and what a note it has ended on yesterday with a brilliant knock of Abhishek Sharma. It's like one of a kind of innings, highest run scored by an Indian in the IPL, and what a blitzkrieg it was, and it was expected out of him. Whether it will this will be repeated in the same IPL or not, that's a thing we need to see. But yeah, it's a really good sign for Indian cricket team, especially the T20 squad. And yeah, so we are going to discuss all of this and more. This is a wonderful day in Pune, and today, in fact, in Nishant's hometown, there is a storm brewing on between Delhi and Mumbai. So we will talk of all of that. First of all, let's welcome Nishant. Hi, Nishant. How are you? And what do you think about this last week of IPL?
Yeah, I'm very good, Divyansh. And how's everyone? Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Cricket Cast Away. So, the last week was, I think, much more interesting than I anticipated. I mean, some really tricky situations have come up in this IPL with the Chennai fiasco that we are going to talk about. And also, I feel in this week of IPL, the bowlers have really made a comeback. And they have shown that they're very important for this tournament. There has been a return of Jasprit Bumrah as well, which is good news not just for the IPL, for the Indian cricket as well. And yeah, today there's a big match going on in Delhi, between Delhi and Mumbai. All eyes will be on them. So yeah, it has been a very exciting week, and a lot more teams are coming up, which are changing the apple cart tremendously. So the league table right now looks a lot in flux, and yeah, it's getting exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And it's quite contradictory to what we thought in the beginning of the tournament, who would be going to top the tables, top the charts for this IPL. The teams that we were considering underdogs or very uncertain about, those are topping the charts.
Yeah.
And there is only one name, KKR, which is at fourth, who is the last year's edition winners. But apart from that, all three are just they have just surprised us. Not
Yeah.
only us, but a lot of IPL fans worldwide. So we'll start with the table toppers, and we'll talk about our top four stars in this table, and then we will talk about who we think can still turn around their fortunes. Right now, they are stuck at the bottom, but can they still turn around their fortunes? What is the potential that lies ahead? Probably the next 2 weeks. So, yeah, let's start with Delhi Capitals.
Yeah.
Nishant, your home team. What a tournament they are having, and like it's the only undefeated team which is there in the tournament. They have played 4 matches, won all of them, even topping in terms of net run rate plus 1.278. So I think, it looks like there has been no problems at all in this side. They are quite, you can say, quite formidable. If any team is coming to their hometown and want to beat them, it would be a tough task.
Yeah, so the away run, the start and the away run has been amazing. There's no denying that. I didn't really. I knew that Delhi was a strong team this year. We discussed it in the pre-IPL show, but uh, how strong they'll be, it only you come to see it after the first few weeks. I still think that Delhi needs to be just a little bit careful because Arun Jaitley Stadium is really small, and the boundary hitting there is very fairly easy. Having said all of that, I mean, they have played 4 matches. They are on 8 points. They have the highest run rate. And KL Rahul looks like in a serious form right now. The other stars have also come in bits and parts here and there. So Faf du Plessis had a really good one game. Akshar has been playing really well. The spinners have been playing well. So all of these things, Vipraj has been a sensation.
Definitely.
So all of these things are coming together and gelling pretty well. And that number where KL will bat is still uncertain, even in the side. So he's opening, he's playing in the middle order, he's doing all those things. But specifically against RCB, I mean, the sight that I saw of KL and how pumped up he was for that match. It was his home ground. Obviously, growing up, he had played there a lot, so he knew the dimensions completely. But what an innings he has played, and yeah, Delhi look like right now a serious challenger. We'll see what happens in the Arun Jaitley Stadium, but as of now, they're spotless.
I think it was a mix of emotions. One of performing really well on his home ground, which I think he was not able to achieve when he was part of the RCB squad. So that was
Yeah,
one emotion. But I think the second, the pent up emotion was towards the LSG administration, who never truly believed in him at any point of time, and he took a lot of criticism while he was leading the LSG side. So this was just a outburst mix of those two emotions, and he really acted like a Bangalore boy in his true Delhi elements. We can say
yeah,
the aggression that he showed, like it reminded me of early days of Virat when he
yeah.
used to stamp his authority. It was a
Yeah. I
similar
mean
emotion.
the way he took down Josh Hazelwood. I mean you
Yes.
taking 20 plus runs in an over of Josh Hazelwood, it takes something, even if it's a Chinnaswamy wicket.
Definitely, and that shows his class. Like you
Yeah,
cannot manufacture shots. Those were all classical,
yeah,
proper orthodox cricket shots, which a talented guy can, like KL, can only call upon whenever required. You
yeah,
cannot manufacture too many shots against Josh
yeah,
Hazelwood because he's a line and length proper
yeah,
bowler. So that was, I think, yeah, that was very justified, and he really showed that this
yeah,
is my land and I own it. So I really like that. Sometimes when gentle Bangalore people show their aggression, including Rahul Dravid, it
yeah.
really pleases me as a cricket fan. So that was a sight.
This trio that they are developing now with KL, Stubbs, and Ashutosh, I mean,
Yes,
that is really strong because you have the experience of KL and the know-how in the IPL. He scored so many runs throughout the years. Kristen Stubbs is getting better and better and probably reaching the peak of his career right now. And Ashutosh is just like a blister. And to add to that, if you have the form of Vipraj going in and few of the top order batsmen, so sometimes there would be a Porel who would score a few runs. Few of these things, if they start clicking, I think they can go the distance. But again, even in this team, I think Jake Fraser McGurk right now needs to pull up his socks and start performing. And I think coming back to Delhi would be a godsend for him because it's a small ground. He likes to hit a lot in the air. So I think
Yes.
when we start playing back in the home ground, I think Jake Fraser McGurk also comes back into form, and then this side starts looking complete for me.
Yeah, he really played some tremendous innings in the last edition at the home ground, at the Delhi home ground, and
Yeah,
I think probably it would do a world of good for him to come back to this ground and
yeah,
start hitting those sixes which he really made his own in the last edition. I think if that works out, I think then Delhi side is complete. Otherwise, then
yeah,
we have another option that probably they can try Karun Nair as well in the opening slot.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
he is coming from a great domestic form, probably he clicks.
Yeah.
If he
But
clicks,
yeah, then
then
again, I don't think Delhi would have that much of a problem simply because of the availability of KL Rahul, right? So you can
yeah.
move probably KL to open with Faf and Karun comes in the middle order like what he's used to.
Yeah,
So that factor is going very, very well for them. I think Akshar has also been able to captain the side pretty beautifully. I mean,
right.
a lot of Delhi fans had been pissed off for the past few months that Rishabh Pant wasn't retained and then he was allowed to go. But look at how the tables have turned. I mean, there's Rishabh who is struggling in that Lucknow side, and right now Delhi find themselves at the top, and Bapu is actually doing a very, very good job leading those troops.
Yeah, definitely. In this form, Rishabh would have been more of a deterrent to Delhi's progress rather than an accelerator to move them to the top. I think in hindsight, we can say it has been a good
Yeah,
decision that Rishabh is not part of this side because now they have players like KL Rahul and even Faf du Plessis is doing very well at the top. So this looks a different side altogether
yeah,
now. So yeah,
yeah.
it's a good going for Delhi as of now.
So I think before we move from Delhi, and they have had really good first few weeks, do you think that in the coming week they'll be able to maintain this momentum? Because I think simply by the law of averages, I think they'll win a few, but also lose a few in the coming weeks. Because I don't think they can go at this pace at what they're going right now.
Definitely, yeah, there will be times when you can get beaten, maybe from a side like SRH when it's their day, they will post a 260 and you can't do anything
Yeah,
about that. So those days will come, but Delhi has to believe in their potential that apart from these one of a kind of days, they can easily score
yeah,
7 or 8 wins overall. I think they just need three more wins, or just to
yeah,
cement their position,
yeah.
4 more wins. So
Four
if
more
they can
wins. Yeah.
achieve that, I think 16 points would get them to the top four. So I think that's all they should care about right now.
Yeah. And 4 out of 10, I think they've really made a big dent at the start, and I think they're
Yes,
very, very comfortable to qualify. But yeah, the coming weeks, I think there could be some hiccups, starting with Mumbai, because Surya is also the kind of batter who loves the Delhi pitch, and he's scored many, many times on this ground. So yeah,
right.
but yeah, one hurdle at a time.
Definitely. Yeah. So that's all about Delhi that we talked. I think another team that is performing well under a young captain is Gujarat Titans, and Shubman Gill is really, you can say, carrying this side with panache and with all the intelligence that he has gathered from the ICC tournaments that he has played in. So I think, yeah, he's doing really well as a captain. And the good form of players like Sai Sudarshan, Sai Kishore, and even players like Shah Rukh Khan and Washington Sundar is doing a world of good to Gujarat Titans. What do you say about
Yeah,
that?
I'm surprised by Gujarat, honestly speaking, because I thought they were the best bowling lineup in the tournament, but batting wise, I thought they were very, very, very weak because they were so heavily relying on their top three. But Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, and Josh Butler, all three of them are playing out of their skin at this moment of time, and
Right.
Sai Sudarshan specifically has been like scoring consistently in each and every game. which has meant that they find themselves in the second spot. I'm still again a bit skeptical for them. I don't think this is a fair reflection of this team at this point of time, because I still think there's a lot of power that's missing in the lower middle order.
Yes.
The top three are bailing them out time and time again, and who knows if Shubman Gill and Josh Butler are proven players at the IPL who have carried on their form throughout the season. So I'm not that worried about Shubman Gill and Josh, but yeah, if Sai Sudarshan starts facing a dip in form, I think Gujarat can be in a bit of trouble, but yeah, as of now, very very good for them. They have also played two games more than Delhi to come to that same eight pointer. So
Right.
it's not all good for them, because they have lost two while they have won four. But yeah, I think it's not. It's a bit skewed in my mind right now because of that top three performing so well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have not seen the team in trouble, and when their middle and lower middle order has come to the rescue, so that skill or that combination, that capability is yet to be tested. But
Yeah,
if they come out of that test as true winners, I think then they can be rest assured of their position in the table.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
right now
It,
it's sort of we can say they have three people who are performing really well from the top, in which Sai Sudarshan is at the peak of his powers right now. So that is also playing a big role in their progress.
Yeah, if they can consistently get 180, I do think and believe that they have the bowling lineup to defend that 180 every time, because their bowling is very strong. But I'm not sure if they can consistently get those 180 every time, because I have not seen Shah Rukh Khan perform really well. I've not seen Tewatia perform really well, and those two
Yeah,
are the ones you're relying on a lot. It's good that they've at least listened to us, and Washington Sundar is now in the starting 11, which was much
right.
needed. So that will give them a bit of a consistency in the middle order. But again, the runs are all coming from the top.
Yeah, definitely. Rutherford and Sundar are playing their part really well, but yeah, it's the core middle order which has not been tested yet. Like guys like Tewatia and Shah Rukh Khan, they have not been tested enough. And also, I'm a
Yeah,
bit concerned about the bowling performance of Rashid Khan, because he used to be the powerhouse of this bowling attack, and now teams are taking him apart. Like he's going
yeah,
for more than 40 runs in his quota of
yeah,
4 overs, and he's hardly able to break
yeah,
the partnerships or take a match turning wicket. So that is also a real concern.
yeah,
Although Sai Kishore is taking all the burden and
yeah.
he's doing great things in the field, but we expect a lot from
Yeah.
Rashid Khan, which is not happening this time.
Yeah, I think we started seeing a bit of these signs in the previous year as well, when Noor was
Yes,
holding the fort a lot more than Rashid. And I think this is something that happens to the career of every player, right? Rashid Khan has been so brilliant over the years in IPL that I think he was bound to get a few seasons which were in which he was underperforming. Till now, he has been not the best Rashid Khan that we have seen, but yeah, they still can't take him out of the team simply because of his class, and he would deliver on that odd big day when it's needed. So
right,
right now, it hasn't affected them that much because of the scoring that they're doing up top. So yeah, Rashid
right.
is getting on for runs, but the same was with Mitch Stark last year, right? All throughout the league stage, he was getting pummeled, and then when the playoffs
Right.
came, he just came onto his own and destroyed everything.
Definitely. There's one more concern that I have. Like Kagiso Rabada has gone back to South Africa due to some
Yeah,
personal week, so he did not play last
yeah,
week.
yeah,
But I do not see an urge to replace him with Gerald Coetzee, who is
yeah.
sort of a like-to-like replacement, not exactly Rabada-like pace, but still a good replacement. But they are not really trying him out. They are just going with all four or three Indian pacers. So,
Yeah,
do you see why is there is an hesitation in trying out Gerald Coetzee?
I think simply because Prasidh Krishna and Siraj has been performing so well. Probably they're looking at the spearhead of the bowling lineup, which was Rabada. So Prasidh has actually, in fact, replaced Rabada very, very well. And then they can probably bank on the third one to sometimes go for a few runs and still. So they what they're doing is they're keeping their impact sub option open by not playing a fourth foreigner all the time.
Right.
I think if the push comes to shove and they really need Coetzee, he's always available for them. But as of now, their bowling actually is just so strong, pace
Right.
department, spin department, everything that they're able to manage without Rabada, and that's pretty big thing to say for a team who can manage the pace bowling attack without Rabada. I mean, they've assembled a really really nice bowling lineup.
Yeah, definitely they have picked up some gems from Indian bowling perspective because
Yeah,
even someone like Arshad Khan, who's a bowling all-rounder, not
yeah,
a pure bowler, he
yeah,
bowls 1 or 2 overs in the power play, and not more than often he gets
yeah,
one wicket as well.
yeah,
So I think
yeah,
that is really doing
yeah.
really good help to the
Exactly.
team for in terms of their
Yeah,
option for the
yeah.
substitute.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah, yeah,
also because Washington is just a specialist at the power play as well, so you can
yes,
also give your lead spear bowler a rest of a over or two if you want to there. So that's
correct.
again, so Arshad and Washington both have now pulled up in that situation, and it's going pretty well for them.
Definitely. Yeah. So this team is because of the Indian contingent pool, they are really pulling through the
Yeah.
points table.
Do you expect them to stay there by the end of next week?
Yes, I think probably they may slip up to the fourth position, but I really hope, I really think they would make it to the top four. They would maintain their top four position in the next week as well, because
Because
somehow
I
they
think,
get a
yeah,
match
yeah,
where they perform well. Like it can be RCB home ground, it can be KKR home ground.
yeah.
So they
Yeah,
are doing well
because I
as
think I think this next coming week they can be found out because they have a few tricky fixtures and yeah, I mean it's the top three again. So I think by the end of this week, the coming week, I don't see them in the top four because I see a fair few teams creeping back in. The likes of Punjab who have been playing scintillating cricket also needs to get up in there and. Bangalore again, though they did lose their home game to Delhi, but they again are a good side who have shown that they can knock at the door. So I'm not pretty sure right now of Gujarat.
probably, but I'm more hopeful on
Yeah,
this side. But yeah, it would be a good fight that they have to again get into to maintain their position this week, because a lot of
yeah,
teams are coming up, and yeah, Punjab is one of them. Yeah, moving on to the third team, which is right there with the same amount of points. It's just due to net run rate they are on the third spot, which is Lucknow Super Giants, and their story is also quite similar in terms of the top heavy performance. They're really riding on Nicholas Puran, who is just giving gems of inning after inning. He is
yeah,
just smashing everything. Like
yeah.
he just smashes seven, eight sixes. Just it's like a walk in the park. It's a child's play for him, and that's the beauty of his cricket, and somehow Lucknow has managed to keep extracting those performances from Nicholas Puran. So, what do you say about this, Nishan?
I think he's simply the best batter in the world right now in T20 circuit. He's very, very good. And yeah, I think this year looks like a Nicholas Puran year because he is in such good rhythm. He's not putting a foot wrong. I mean, he's just dispatching everything, be it pacers, be it spinners. And this time, if you see the Lucknow wicket is also changed. So it's not a 160 wicket which we were expecting in previous years. I mean, a lot of 200 are being scored and being chased down. So they
Right.
have built a side which has Markram in it, which has Marsh in it, which has Nicholas Pooran, all these big hitters. And if they would have provided a 160 kind of a wicket again, it would have been completely against the side that they have. So they have actually been very good with the team they have built according to the ground conditions and. I think Lucknow look really strong in the last game against Gujarat, who were just sitting above them. Lucknow won without even the contribution of Mitch Marsh, who has been scoring 50 every match that he comes out to
Yes,
bat.
right,
So I think, and there are a few concerns in the bowling, specifically Akashdeep. I think he's still not able to get into the rhythm of IPL cricket. He's very good in test and one days, but in the T20, he's struggling just a bit. But others around him are now starting to come good. And yeah, obviously, we're waiting for the speed of Mayank. Let's see if it happens this year or not. But even if Akashdeep starts discovering a bit of that rhythm, I think all the other bases for Lucknow are actually covered and they look very, very strong. And yeah, so I had them in the top four in the predictions, and I think they would maintain they're looking very, very strong. Rishabh Pant is the only one who is underperforming right now in that team. And if he also starts getting those big runs, it would be simply amazing because who thought Markram, who hasn't performed in last 2 years in the IPL, 3 years, is
right.
now suddenly scoring big in every match. So I mean, everything looks good for Lucknow right now.
Yeah, definitely. And if Rishabh Pant's form can improve, I think they even have a chance of somewhere dropping, resting Mitch Marsh for a couple of matches and trying out Shamar Joseph as well, because it
Yeah,
gives them that bowling option which Mitch Marsh right now in his state of fitness cannot give. He
yeah,
plays as a pure batsman, but Shamar Joseph can give you lower middle order batting as well as good pace bowling also.
yeah.
So that's the option they are missing, because just purely because of Rishabh Pant's bad form, because Rishabh Pant is not giving any returns so far now. So
Yeah.
that's the major concern in their
It's
management.
even looks when he's coming out to bat. It's evident on his face how much pressure he's feeling. I mean, he's not
Right.
the kind of guy who will take 15 deliveries to score 10 runs. But right now, he's in two minds. He doesn't know if he should start taking risk from the first few deliveries or he should wait it out. So he is going through that kind of phase where he's a bit confused in his head. But I think if the team is playing so well, you can always carry a keeper batter
Right.
because others around him are playing so well. So he is in a luxurious situation, though he's a captain. But as a captain, he has been making good decisions, solid decisions to keep his team in the game. Even in the game against Gujarat, I thought Gujarat were well on their way to win that game, but Lucknow
Yes.
pulled it back in the second innings. So those were some great decisions. It's just his batting, which I think he might struggle throughout the season because sometimes the price tag of for a batter it's just too heavy to carry. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. It's the captaincy pressure. It's the owner's confrontation with the owner after every match. I think all those things are playing in his mind very heavily. And I think it's because he's the captain, he has to define his own role. And I think probably he should go the attacking way that he always has relied on, the way he used to
yeah,
bat in Delhi as well. Like come at number four and just take a, take a few balls and then start hitting your way out of the park. I think that's the only way he's going to gain his form back. It's the confidence of being able to hit the ball out of the park that keeps Rishabh Pant interested in the game. So I think that's the
yeah.
way he should go about. But let's see how he figures it out in the coming future.
So do you see them in the next week going down or coming up?
I think it might be tough because there will be a day when someone like someone like a Bhuvi or Josh Hazelwood would rattle their top order, and then it will
Yeah,
come down to Rishabh Pant, and if he is not ready at that time, that this team can be in trouble. So
yeah.
that's my thought, because the middle order is not yet tested that much.
Hmm.
Although they have a David Miller there who is
Yeah.
experienced.
Yeah.
campaigner
So
of this tournament,
yeah,
but still,
there is David Miller and also Abdul Samad has been very good in the
yes.
lower order as well for them. I think they stay. I think they're a very strong side. I think they stay there.
So that's on Lucknow Super Giant, and then we go to the last time winners, KKR, who are just about hanging there, struggling their way up to the fourth place. They have got some blinders, but they have also fought their way back to the top, to the fourth number in the table. And it's the inconsistency of the performances from different team members at times that has led to KKR at this position. What do you think? What lies in the future? Would Venkatesh Iyer keep his consistency to keep this team afloat? How would Rinku is going to perform? Because from the bowling side, I'm really good. Like guys like Harshit
Yeah,
Rana and Vaibhav Arora are doing very well. Even
yeah.
Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan. But it's the batting I'm concerned about.
Yeah, similarly, I think the bowling is very strong in Kolkata. So the way that Vaibhav Arora specifically has come into this season, he's taking a lot of wickets. Harshit Rana has now made his international debut. We know that he's a good bowler. Varun
Yes.
Chakravarti, everybody knew. People were picking him for the MVP of the season. So he has been very good. Sunil Narayan has been taking a odd wicket here and there, and he could take a Thala's wicket whenever he wants. So that's also there. I think it's
Yeah.
the batting. That's the reason they are dwindling, and we are not sure where they'll go. That Venki Iyer inning of 70 odd runs was really amazing. I must say, the way he was hitting the ball was phenomenal. I think Ajinkya Rahane has performed way better
Yes.
than I had expected
Way
him to
better.
perform
Yeah.
this season. So Ajinkya Rahane has been very good, but it's Quinton de Kock who is the concern here because Narayan, in the previous years as well, we have talked about he's a wild card at the top. He can hit, he can miss. But Phil Salt was consistently scoring in the last year. Quinton de
Yes.
Kock right now isn't. So Quinton de Kock is a problem for them. Ankrish Raghuvanshi is very good right now, but again, there is a bit of inexperience there that sometimes he throws his wickets away. Rahane, as I said, is very good. So a bit of inconsistency there. Rinku and Russell aren't getting enough minutes batting for me, so that's there. They need to figure a few things out. But yeah, overall, bowling wise, very strong. You correctly pointed out, batting has a few concerns.
Yeah. Two guys, in my opinion, are not getting enough chances. One is Ankrish Raghuvanshi, and one
Yeah,
is Dre Russ because he
yeah,
very seldom he gets the last two or max three overs when he comes
yeah,
to bat. And at this age, at this point in his career, he needs at least an over to settle down. But
yeah,
if he comes into play when there are only 12 balls and he gets five or six
yeah,
out of it, so it becomes
yeah,
really difficult for him to just get going
yeah,
from the first ball. So I think these
yeah,
two guys are getting underutilized. So probably if they can think a solution of how to go about this, I think yes,
yeah,
they can move even further in the charts. I
yeah.
see them as team number two, but right now they have
Okay.
few things to figure out.
Yeah, I'm again not certain about them. I think this week will test them completely. I think by the end of this week, I am probably thinking them to go a bit down again because of the batting, because all the other teams, their batting form is only picking up right now. So
Yes.
yeah, but as you rightly said, if Quinny de Kock comes into form, then there is no better batter opener out there in the world, and Dre Russ is the biggest destroyer IPL has ever seen. So no doubt that they have the quality in there. It's just about unlocking it. I'm a bit unsure right now for them.
Now we will talk about the turmoils which are there at the bottom of the table and who we thought would are a natural choice for the top four, and those teams are sitting down at the order. Although we expect from Mumbai that they would start slow, but it's been a really slow start. They have only managed to win one out of the five they have played, and even the comeback match of Bumrah did not play out in their favor. So probably the
Though
fortunes.
Bumrah bowled brilliantly, his
Yes, yes.
economy was as usual.
Right. probably this the turnaround can be as early as today. But yeah, there are few things in Mumbai which are not working out, which I'm not able to pinpoint my finger that this is the issue, because apart from Rohit Sharma's form, all the players have played really well, and especially guys like Tilak Verma, Surya, Hardik Pandya, they're really playing well. And even in the bowling, Bolt and Deepak Chahar are doing a decent job. So not
Yeah.
sure where they are dropping the ball.
I think it's simple. I think first of all, Rohit Sharma isn't playing at all, so that's
Yeah,
a problem. He hasn't had one good inning. Then after that, Rickelton has had few good innings, but he's not consistent. And again, in the other hand, Will Jacks has had one or two good innings, but he's not
yeah,
consistent. So what's happening is Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma really find themselves in those middle or at ninth or the 10th over mark. They are always there. So they have already lost 2 to 3 wickets in the power play most of the matches. So that is where that situation is happening. I still, as you rightly said, with the comeback of Bumrah, with Bolt taking wickets, with Hardik being so good, they shouldn't really face these problems, but that is where the level of IPL is this year and throughout the last couple of years. That if there is even a single chink in the armor, the teams opposites are so good that they are destroying you for that, and that's what it is. I mean, they need a consistent opening partnership. I have not seen one team throughout the years win an IPL if they both the openers aren't performing well. They need to do that, and also the number three in Will Jacks, he needs to be a lot more consistent than he is.
definitely. And what wouldn't they give right now to have Tim David in their playing 11? I think they
Yeah,
would be missing Tim David so dearly, because
yeah,
uh, he's potentially make or break player for RCB right now, because
yeah,
even when their top order falters
yeah,
completely, he plays a gem of an
yeah,
innings and they somehow reaches to
yeah,
a respectable total. But if
yeah,
that push Mumbai Indians could have gotten in their playing 11, they would have probably won
yeah,
one or two matches
yeah.
with that kind of firepower at the
Even
bottom.
we were even perplexed at the time of auction when we had seen that they haven't really took him back, bought him back in the mega auction, because
Right,
after Kyron Pollard, Tim David had just seemed in so simply for them, and it was just perfect for them. And over the years, he has won Mumbai so many games for those situations, and he's.
right,
I think one of the top four or top five finishers in the world. He is just very good. That he just takes 10 or 15 balls and he will only play those, but he'll play those very well. It's like a Ashutosh or a Shashank kind of a role,
right.
which he excels in. And Mumbai does need that. They do have Hardik, but Hardik is bowling, Hardik is batting, Hardik is captaining. He can't do all at once, and you needed a certainty of Tim David in there, which I think it was a wrong decision to let him go. And he's doing so well for Bangalore.
Yeah, I think he's the most powerful number eight any team can have. I think
Yeah,
right now uh, he's even above than Dreras, because Dreras is
yeah,
not able to
getting old.
convert those 10, 15 balls.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's the loss for Mumbai to lose out on
yeah,
Tim David. One more player which would have been missed very dearly in the CSK campaign is, what wouldn't they give for Ajinkya Rahane to open their innings or to play at number four in that lineup, because they do not have any reliable Indian players to carry forward the team. And
yeah,
now with Ruturaj being gone, I think this team looks like a shell of the CSK that we used to see in the glory days, because
yeah. It's a
there
finished
is
team. It's a
simply no player who we can look forward to that he will come
no,
and
no,
uplift this team. So it's a
no,
very
no,
very
no.
sad case for
There is,
CSK.
there is first of all, there is no star quality available anymore in CSK, which always used to be there. I mean, you
Right,
would have Matty Hayden, you would have Watto, you would have Hussey, you would have like Suresh Raina and all those players who would just light up the IPL. Right now, I'm seeing the only two people who have actual power in this team are Shivam Dubey and at the top you have the left-hander in the
Rachin
New
Ravindra,
Zealander, the second one, Devon
The
Conway.
Devon Conway. Yeah.
Yeah, because Rachin is a very good ODI batter and test batter, but as I said, he is not able to score at 180, 200. Where are those kind of players in that CSK lineup? I think Devon has the ability to score at 180, and Shivam Dubey has the ability to score at 180. There is
Yes.
nobody else in this team. Rituraj Gaikwad uh, is gone. So what are you gonna do? They let go of Samir Rizvi. Though Samir Rizvi is not playing in Delhi right now, but that's only because Delhi is at the top. And even then, because Abhishek Porel is not performing, there's a lot of pressure that Samir comes in right there. And
Right.
they just let him go. They let go of Ajinkya Rahane. That again is a cause of a concern, and they don't really have anyone. They will have to blood in new youngsters, and they
Yeah.
find themselves at 2 points from 6 games. There is nothing to lose. There is a 18, 19-year-old in there who can come out and play like a Priyansh Arya does these days for Punjab. I mean,
Right.
these young, you have to give them opportunity because this team hasn't really been prepared that well. And yeah, it's very, it's gonna continue now for Chennai, I think, for a couple of years now.
Yeah, definitely, because things have gone wrong from the selection stage
Yeah,
itself. When they were sitting in the auction, they did not bet big on new young Indian
yeah,
players, and also they didn't. I think they are stuck in the old era where the spinners under Dhoni used to bind teams down, restrict them to 150, 160, and then they had players including MS, Jaddu, and from the top there was Watson, Faf du Plessis, who can chase down those totals. Even if it is a 180, 190, they were confident of chasing those down. But now this
no,
team
I
looks
think
like
the
they
game
can't
is
even
good.
chase a
Game is going.
160.
Yeah, the game is going past them. It's simply because the track that they're creating, and they have enough good spinners to restrict the side. But again, even if you have restricted a side who was supposed to score 180, you've restricted it to 160. On that pitch, you will have to score those 160 runs. And this
Yes.
team right now is the bowling is not a problem for them. It has never been. It's the batting. They're
Yeah.
lacking serious power. Ravindra Jadeja is not what he used to be. Dhoni is not what he used to be. Ashwin, you can't expect him to perform with the bat now. So it
Right.
has to be on the likes of Devon Conway, Rachin Ravindra, Rituraj Gaikwad, and Shivam Dubey. Because again, you brought in Rahul Tripathi again in mere hope that he might do something. He ate up so many deliveries. That was a frustrating innings. He ate up so many deliveries, didn't do anything. You probably give a chance to Deepak Hooda, it'll be of same output. Their batting unit have just lost all confidence.
Yeah, even a Vijay Shankar just looks struggling out there playing knock of 50 on 40 balls in a losing cause. I think they have to get out of this syndrome of bringing the daddies back. It has worked many times
Yeah.
with Ajinkya,
For that, they'll have to take
with
out the
Robin
biggest
Uthappa.
daddy back because
Yeah,
till the time I think Mahi is there now, what the situation is, you either die a hero or see yourself turn into a villain. So
yeah,
that is what is happening because Dhoni is allowed to play at that age. That means you have to allow Ashwin, you'll have to allow Jadeja because Dhoni is playing, so they can also play, and that means that mindset is just gone away. In the last few games, it was so disheartening to see they weren't even trying to chase down those runs. It was like they
right.
had already given up that they don't have the power to chase these runs, and which is sad.
Right, right. And I don't understand one thing. If the physical abilities of Dhoni allows him to play only 8 overs, why can't he come at number 5 and just play those 8 overs and get out while trying hard? At least that will
Because
show the
because
intent, the
he
effort.
because he is not sure that if he plays those 8 overs in this match, will he be able to play the next match or not? So he is physically ready to play 8 overs maybe in a certain game, but not throughout the IPL because you're playing every 3 games. How is Dhoni at the age of 42, 43 gonna play like 8 overs every third day? It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, probably
Because he's
then,
also keeping so much, right?
yes, yes,
He's still the best keeper in the league. There is no doubt he's
right,
still the best keeper in the league. But
correct.
as a batter, all of their problems are linked to their batting, and they didn't create a good batting unit in this year's auction.
Yes, it had to be a good batting unit with youngsters like Priyansh Arya. They could have gone
Yeah,
for someone like Ashutosh or a Shashank
Priyansh
Singh.
Priyansh Arya is the kind of player they would have never missed in any of these auctions in those previous years. I mean, Chennai
Right,
target top young players and they give them platforms. That's what teams like Chennai and Mumbai do. And that's how
right.
they've amassed so many IPLs. So Chennai would have never missed out on Priyansh Arya. And I don't know, they have not even gone for a single one out of all these new crops. I mean, there was Priyansh, there was Ashutosh. There are so many youngsters coming through. They didn't even go for anyone. They sold their own Samir Rizvi to Delhi for that matter. I mean,
Right,
it's
right.
crazy.
So, yeah, what do you get out of guys like Vijay Shankar or someone like Randeep Hooda, someone
They're
like a Deepak
squad players.
Hooda?
They're squad players, and their potential is only gonna get down. If you're planning a mega auction, you plan for 3 years. I don't see
Right,
how you're bringing in Vijay Shankar with the idea that he's gonna be good in 3 years, or a Deepak Hooda or a Rahul Tripathi. You signed them for 3 years, and you don't even know they'll be good in this year. They're not getting any younger. So, I
right,
mean,
right.
it was a pure either mistake or overconfidence, I would say. Because even the
Yeah,
last year wasn't that great for them. I don't know, like, why they didn't change the tactic.
yeah, it's somewhere the fault lies within the talent scout team for CSK, who was not able to find out. Like Mumbai still got someone I'm forgetting the name of that young spinner from Kerala. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so they are still finding talents there, but CSK
Puthur.
has. Yeah, Pothur, yes. So
Yeah,
someone like a Pothur, someone at the top who bats like a bats with intent like Priyansh Arya. So these talents had to be found because you are gunning for the next 3 years, and also if you can nurture that talent well, they can stay with you for the next 10 years. Probably your next captain also replacing Rituraj. So these things you have to consider while going at the auctions, mega auctions especially, because Deepak Hooda is 30, Vijay Shankar is 34. So how long they are going to last, and they are still not at their peak. So it was a very
yeah.
uninformed decision, I would say.
I think even a certain Manish Pandey for them would have been a better choice than a Vijay
Yes,
Shankar or a Deepak Hooda. At least Manish has the power to take the game on his day to anyone.
right.
I mean, he has had hundreds in this IPL. Vijay Shankar and I'm sorry, but Vijay and Rahul Tripathi haven't really done that much to guarantee a starting spot in CSK. A team like CSK would be the most successful.
Yeah, I think what they can do is right now they can probably be transparent with their fans that we have gone into a building phase, and
Yeah,
just be with us for the next couple of years while we rebuild, and
yeah.
just like RCB fans have done with RCB. So now they can give chance the young guns that they have picked up, someone like Sheikh Rashid, who is just 20 years old from Andhra, someone like Andre Siddharth, who is from Tamil Nadu, and
Yes, and
Dinesh Karthik. Yeah.
Siddharth has been making a name for himself in the domestic circuit. So that's who I was talking about. I mean, just throw the kid in the mix and let's see
Yes.
what he can do.
Let's see what
What
he
will
can do.
happen? Yeah, because you just put Rachin Ravindra at number three. He's perfect for number three. Let Siddharth open with Devon Conway and see what he can do at the top.
Yeah, right. You have to take those kind of risks because it's not
Flown
under
under
the
the
bridge
bridge.
now.
Too much. Yeah, it
It's
has flown away.
it's
Yeah,
it has flown way above that. So I think you have to experiment with your young players. That's all we can say about CSK. And
yeah.
last but not the least, the bottom third team, which is Sunrisers Hyderabad, who has made a turnaround just yesterday. And what an innings it was! I don't see it repeating itself, at least in this edition of the IPL. But kudos to Abhishek Sharma for that knock of 144. And the guy is very humble, and he gave credit to the right people, to Yuvraj Singh, who has been with him throughout this journey. But yeah, he's a special talent for Indian T20 squad as well. What do you have to
Yeah.
say about that?
I mean, Travis Head looked like a kid in front of Abhishek in that inning. I mean, Travis Head was around 33 of 20 balls or so, while Abhishek was doing it in 10 balls and things like that. That was the sheer difference in the strike rate between Abhishek and Travis Head. And I mean, what an opening partnership that is. If you're chasing a 240 and you're getting 170 as an opening stand, I mean, yeah, you have a chance to win. This team is unreadable. It's simply unreadable because they rely so heavily on Abhishek and Travis. Last year, Abhishek and Travis were so good. They scored in almost every other match. Either one of them would score 100%, and when both of them did, we got those 280 kind of scores. But
Right,
right now in this season, Abhishek has only just started going. Travis Head again is hot and cold. They're very difficult team to judge. If again, because all of these teams, if you look at it, in the previous years, the power was spread throughout 1 to 8. But now most of the teams who are successful, the top three are just going from the first ball, and a lot more power resides in the top three players this season. And that is where
definitely.
I think there's nobody who comes close to Sunrisers because Abhishek and Ishan and Head are I think the best top three for me on their day. But yeah, they need to perform consistently because they don't. I'm more surprised by the hitting that their bowling is getting because I thought their bowling this year was better than it was previous year. But yeah,
Definitely, yeah. Even like when you see a Shami getting hit for 75 runs in 4 overs, you don't have any hopes left. Cummins
yeah,
going for 40 overs in four. So
yeah,
yeah, only guys like Harshal Patel, who are the death specialists, are getting all the wickets. But rest of the bowling was not up to the mark. I thought uh, they would be able to restrict Punjab under 200, but it just kept on going. And even Shreyas Iyer played really well. He also played like a dream there, like 82
yeah.
on 36. It's a 230
I mean,
strike rate,
yeah,
which was only bettered by Abhishek Sharma and
yeah,
none in the team elsewhere. So yeah,
yeah,
but scoring a 50 is a one thing. Scoring 100 and then going one step ahead and scoring a 141 at a strike rate of
yeah.
256. I think I have never heard of it.
Yeah, and I don't think we can still count Sunrisers out of this tournament because this week I think is going to be critical for them. If they pull off 2 or 3 wins in the 2 wins in the coming week, they're again sitting at the top. I think the last 2 weeks have been very again. The results haven't really shown the potential of this side. And Ishan, as you said, Ishan Kishan is in form. Doesn't really look like it, but he is in form. It's just that he's taking too many risks, which team this team is allowed to do. Abhishek again is in form now. Travis is in form. I think they will shoot up in the rankings very soon. I think they look very powerful. But yeah, the Pat Cummins and Mohammad Shami now need to start coming to the party. Even Heinrich Klaasen is now looking better and better. He
Yes,
Previous years he was the best T20 batter, but now I think Nicholas Puran is head and shoulders away from him at this point of time.
yes,
So,
definitely,
so Klassen needs to come good. He showed the signs in the previous game, but I think this team is shooting up very fast.
definitely, and they will have a very difficult test to go through
Yeah.
against Mumbai Indians in Wankhede on next Thursday. So I think that would be the
I
test.
mean, they chased down 240 with 2 overs to spare. I mean, they were
Right,
still on the track to making 280 again. I mean, this team is
right.
just crazy.
Yeah, It's like when they come off, they look like the stars,
Yeah.
and when they fail, it looks really bad. So it's
Yeah.
they
And
are
also,
just trying
it's
to
the
find
likes
the
of
middle
Nit.
ground.
Yeah. It's the like of Nitish Reddy and all, which are also gonna come good. So Aniket, who you have talked about much in the previous episodes as well, he's also
Yes,
very, very good. So all of
right.
these players will start coming into form. They have been now practicing for 2 weeks and traveling with the team. They're gonna get into form. I think the Sunrisers, yeah, they shoot up very, very quickly.
Definitely. So yeah, I think we have talked about all the teams except Rajasthan. So just closing statements, two sentences for Rajasthan. I think they again rely heavily on uh, Sanju Samson and Rian Parag and Yashasvi. If they come good, they can see some progress. But right now, their campaign looks in turmoil.
Yeah, but Yashasvi has started coming into form. He scored really good runs in the previous game. Even right now, as we are speaking, Rajasthan are playing and Yashasvi is playing on 41 of 29. Parag is batting with him. Sanju is gone. But again, the run rate right now is just 7.5. So Rajasthan again are kind of a team like a KKR for me. Like a KKR and a Gujarat, I'm not pretty sure about them. They do have the potential on their day to beat anybody, but I think 5 matches, 4 points, they would be here or hereabouts. I don't really expect them to finish in the top four. So yeah, it's looking
Yeah.
going to be a tricky season for Rajasthan.
Yeah, even I don't see Rajasthan finishing up in top four, but let's see if they are able to turn it around. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, this was our discussion for the last week of IPL, and we will keep bringing more discussions, more insights out of this world class tournament next week. So keep tuning in, stay with us, and do enjoy all the matches that are going to happen in the next week, because I assure you this is going to grow even more competitive, even more entertaining. So stay tuned. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.
bye bye.